Cut it now. Cut it now. Cut it now. Heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura. Heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura. Heat cultura, heat cultura, heat cultura. Heat cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. Now and forever, I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio M-O-G-U-R-A. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the Cashapp. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon, a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Buy my second novel, my brand new, just came out in October, Hell in Heels, the story of a man saving another man from a group of crazy, ravenous, wild, motorcycle mayhem, sadistic women who are just there to kick your ass and stomp on your scrotum with their 7-inch stilettos. Get it on Kindle, get it on paperback, on Amazon. I'm sorry I'm trying to get off Amazon, but, there's nothing I can do. You all made Amazon a $1 trillion company. It's your fault, it's not mine. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, with my bloggings, my writings, my comicings. Check out my TeePublic with all my original t-shirt designs, including the official Heat Cultura t-shirt. And then check out my Spotify playlist and also my YouTube playlist with all my tracks dating back to 1999 up until last year, I guess. Yeah, 2 years ago, last year, with the latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. There we go. We are done. I know. And I know so much that I'm holding the mic because I know. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Okay? But I have, mental health to care about. I have feelings, man. I am a human being. I'm not a machine. It's not about always being on time here for you. No. It's about, when I feel ready to give you Heat Cultura, I'm going to give you Heat Cultura. I know I said that I was going to do every single show. And I fully had the intention of doing so. But also, I fully expected that this team was going to be different. I actually did. I thought this team was going to come out full throttle and be kicking everyone's fucking ass. And we were going to get to talk shit about everybody every single night. And once I realized that, no, this is a terrible, awful team. I lost a lot of the motivation to do this. Because I was like, you know what? I'm wasting time fucking doing Heat Cultura. Especially when they lose. I'm no business doing a Heat Cultura when they lose. Because if they're not going to give effort to win against this kind of fucking league, which is bullshit. I mean, I know they're all professional NBA players and they're way better than me and I could never face. I get that. We all get that. Push that aside now. Now can we talk at the level that okay, we're talking amongst just the NBA and all the teams. And you look at the teams and you look at the history of the NBA and you look at what's going on right now and you're like, wow. Is it that the Heat are bad or is it that the NBA is bad? What's happened? It's kind of like the NFL, how the NFL was not too long ago, a couple years ago, where there was you felt it kind of in the middle of the transition. It was the transitional period between the era of Brady and Peyton Manning and all that kind of stuff, and that era, handing it off to this new era with Patrick Mahomes and this guy from Baltimore and all the other these quarterbacks that nobody knows their name because they're it's a revolving door of quarterbacks. We're in this era of revolving door quarterbacks. The only two, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and this guy Patrick Mahomes. That's the new face of the NFL. Really, those guys. I know Patrick Mahomes is good and I know Lamar Jackson's good and yeah, I guess when Allen's not turning it over, he's good, but it's just not the same. It's just there's this weird period right now where we're just what is going on? So I don't know. I feel like maybe that's what's wrong with the Heat. Maybe it's not the Heat. Maybe it's everybody. But let's be real. We've been blaming everybody for 5-6 freaking years now. So let's stop that. Let's stop that. Let's take some accountability here. Take responsibility for your actions and what you've done. I know I should be happy because this is a great, oh, we won, yeah, and we won a tournament thing that nobody gives a shit about. Cool. I know I should be happy, but you know what? I'm keeping it fucking real. You want the stats, you want the lie, you want what Spo said, what this guy said, and analyze that shit, and go somewhere else. Not here. Here we are calling this team out. Here we are dissecting this team, and here we are putting the light on the spotlight on this team after we beaten its ass for like 2.5 hours with like a stick. That's what we're doing here. This team doesn't need any thanks, doesn't need like congratulations, good job. We don't need none of that shit, man. These guys do not need to be coddled. These guys need to have like fire up their ass the whole year. The threat of just goodbye, you're done, get the fuck out of here, all year long. Let me tell you something. Why are you gonna give Butler a huge contract? He got hurt again. He found his little excuse so he can fucking miss days early in the season again. I'm not giving Butler a huge contract right now. I'm not giving him. I'll extend his contract, but I'm not gonna give him like any more money than what we already owe him. He doesn't deserve a huge long-term contract. Get the fuck out of here. He's not one of the best guys in the league. Look at LeBron James. That motherfucker's out there every single game, taking it to people still. And even when Butler's out there, Butler's not doing good. Butler's not giving, 20, 30, 40 points a game. He's giving 20 points a week. Pulling that bullshit again. We're getting way more out of Tyler Hero. I know we can all agree with that. Finally, can we all agree that like Tyler Hero is actually good now? And all this bullshit that you've been saying since this year one of Tyler Hero that, oh, Tyler Hero sucks, oh, he's not as good as Booker, he's not as this, he's not a player, he's not an all-star, he's not that, he's not this, he's not somebody that can score 20, blah, blah, blah. Can we just put that to bed now, please? Because Tyler Hero's out there killing it every week, every day, every game. This was the first game that I saw Bam just relentless. And just be like, that's it, I don't care anymore, I'm beating everybody. This was the first game. Duncan Robinson continues to be a pain in everyone's ass. Not, there was a sequence there where it was like, why are you even passing to him? He's too scared. He's scared of shooting the ball. And then he takes this corner shot, falling out, with like a guy out draped all over him, hoping he's going to make it. So you take that shot, but you don't take the shot that's like you have like kind of an equal amount, if not a little bit more space, and it's just the guys in front of you. You don't take, this man does not trust his shot. He does not trust the system. He does not trust himself. Still, year 6. It's so obvious. I don't see anybody else in the league playing like him. And I hate it when he makes a shot and it's like, oh, okay, we're good. He made a shot. Fuck that, man. Duncan Robinson needs to be making more than just one shot a game, man. This motherfucker needs to be making like 20 points a game. Like, we talked about this already. That's why I don't want to get on right now, because I don't see anything different and I don't see anything to cheer about with this team. Let's be real. We beat Indiana. Okay, great. We beat the Timberwolves. Yeah, well, too bad, because the next game you lost to some crappy-ass team in the Detroit Pistons. A team that you already beat, a team that you should always beat, and a team that you have no business losing to. You lost at the end because you're stupid. Because you're stupid. Spo's stupid. Spo's stupid because Tyler Hero puts up 40 and he screws it up at the end. That's one. That's like the big glaring thing. But I'm more like, let's rewind that back. Why are we down 20 to this team? Why does Tyler Hero have to go pull some shit like that? No business being in that position. That's coaching, man. There is something this guy's doing in the middle and the halftime. Again, that we're coming out and we had a great third quarter against the Pistons. We had a great third quarter. And at the very last 2-3 minutes of that quarter, we reverted back to eating crap. And that's ultimately what killed us. And Hero had to save us. But then Spo killed us. How many more does he have how many more passes does he have? A man cannot have unlimited passes. See, that's why I really didn't want, I feel like I'm not ready to come back to Cultura because it's just yelling right now. It's just yelling and it's just, it's anger, it's frustration. It's not like, oh, I should be celebrating that they won today. This is a good win. But to me, it's an empty, meaningless win because they still haven't beaten anybody. The Timberwolves win was supposed to be like, okay, a turning point. You know, it's a bit. Let me tell you something. Get the fuck down. Let me tell you something. 3 wins in a row is a big fucking difference from being, winning one game, losing the next, and then winning the next one. It's a big difference. Sure, we won 2 out of 3 games. And you would think, oh, that's fine. But it's not. That's not what. No. Because let me tell you, this Indiana team they're playing as bad as we are. They're another one of these Knicks mirror image teams that, to be honest with you, are a little bit better than us right now. Because we're a team that we are more talented than them. We have more talent. We have a lot better players than Indiana. But I'm willing to bet that Indiana wins it in a 7-game series because, for some bullshit. Just because. Because like the Heat have that right now. They have this thing where it's like they just outthink themselves. And instead of going out there and just killing it, like how Bam can do this, what he did tonight, he can do that against anybody in the league. Anybody. Even Boston. Especially Boston, he can do that shit. But, Spo tries to get cute sometimes, and Spo doesn't act sometimes. Spo's too late on some shit, doesn't call a timeout, doesn't review, doesn't do this. And then that shit bleeds out and kills everybody. I'm going to keep railing on Spo until I see this team do a significant change. Like, we need a 15-game winning streak right now for me to, like, really fucking believe that Spo's any good. Because what's the difference between him and any other coach in the league? What's the difference? Because he went to a finals? Man, I don't give a fuck if he went to the finals 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. You don't even remember anymore. It doesn't matter because they lost. That shit doesn't count. It's useless to me. It's useless to anybody. The only person who cares about that is Spo, because, like, yeah, I did it, but we went almost all the way. But me, I don't care about that. No fan cares about that. Media doesn't care about that. Hall of Fame doesn't care about that. Gotta hold these guys to a higher standard, man. This is what we're preaching all year long. Hold these guys to a higher standard, man. This is not the kind of team that we should be running into Boston with. This team gets beat and gets beat bad if we face Boston. That's for sure. It's an empty win. I think we predicted this win in the other Cultura. I know we didn't have the Timberwolves. We thought we were going to lose that. I know we called that as a loss, but they won at the end. But then we called the Detroit Pistons a win, and they lost to that game. So that's why it completely like erases all meaning for that Timberwolves win. And this, to me, I attribute this win to, like, the Pacers playing shitty more than the Heat playing good. And the Heat played good. For the most part. I mean, like, let me tell you, Teddy Rozier is driving me insane. We have better players on this team that we should be playing instead of Terry Rozier. Like, we have much better players. I mean, there's no reason why any of the other younger guys shouldn't be getting playing time instead of Terry Rozier. There's no reason. He's the same caliber of player. The beginning of the season, I was very happy with him because he wasn't playing really well throughout the season. I mean, throughout the game, but he was consistently having the game-saving 3 in the fourth quarter. Like, he would always have a timely 3 in the fourth quarter. That was like the answer to a team's comeback, and he would shut down the team's. He did that like in three or four games this season in the beginning, like all of them. It was like great. I was like, this is gonna be him, and then he just faded, as of recently, like when I think it was like a shark. Who did we play? We played somebody that he just was like lost. He has the face of somebody that's lost. The last game in Detroit, he had that on the bench. He had this face of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't need that. I really don't need that. I don't want that. Look at Hawkaz, look at Jovic, look at these younger guys, man. These guys they go out there and they play hard. And I know Terry Rozier has his moment. He goes out there and I'm not saying that he doesn't play hard all the time, but I'm saying he just kind of is a little spaced out there. Like he just seems a little kind of, a little drugged out. Not that he's on drugs, but que está como like, what's going on? He does. He has like this demeanor that is like he just isn't. He's guessing the whole time. It's crazy. Like, what's going on? Yeah, okay. Like the guy in the couch. That's Teddy Rozier right now. That's what it feels like. He's the guy in the couch. Huh? Okay. This team right now is Bam and Hero. And at the end, now we got to wait and see what happened with Hero because Hero got hurt at the end. And he hurt his hand, and he hurt his hand in a way that it didn't look good. And at the same time, I think that was the hand that he messed up before. I don't remember. But either way, we got to wait until we hear back that he's okay before we can just be like, okay, we're fine. But there's nothing to gain from this, to take away from this win. This was just an empty win, man. Another empty win for this team that, like, can't seem to like be consistent, can't seem to just put their foot down on people. Like today was a put their foot down game, and they put their foot down on the Pacers and but I have no confidence that, the next game they're going to do the same thing and we play the Pacers again. We play them on the 7th. Our next game is against the Pacers on Sunday. So, are we going to lose that game? Because I'm assuming we're going to lose that game. And I expect Jimmy Butler to be back for that game, right? Come on, bro. Like, give us something, man. We face the 76ers, and the 76ers, what are the 76ers now, bro? They're like, they're not a good team. You know, 76ers are bottom barrel 2-9. You know, like that's a game that we got to come out there and we got to stomp them. We got to stomp them hard, bro. And this is crazy, man, because we're not really like, it's pretty much Cavaliers and Celtics and everybody else. That's what it is. You know, and are we gonna do 80 games of this shit? Of like Cavs and Celtics and everyone else, and in the end it's just gonna be Cavs and Celtics. Start that shit now. Who gives a fuck? We're gonna wait 80 games for this crap? You mean to tell me the Cavaliers are really gonna win like 50 something games all of a sudden? Look, man, all the teams that we have faced, man, we should have beaten. Every single loss. 5 and 6, man, and we should have won every single freaking game we lost, bro. We should have beat the Magic. We should have beat the Kings. We should have beat the Suns. We should have beat the Nuggets. We should have beat Detroit. Like, what are we doing here, man? I see that shit. I see the 13-0, and I'm like, this bullshit, bro. We should be 11-0. Ain't no reason why we shouldn't have that record. Ain't no reason we shouldn't, bro. This team lacks the killer instinct, man. It lacks the killer drive. It's not a killer. This team is not a killer. This team needs to be a killer, man. This team needs to wake up and just be, just be ravenous, man, and be like, no, we're winning this game from the beginning to the end. Yeah, you're gonna have your moments. Like today was the closest they've come to that, but they gotta come out and they gotta beat the Pacers again on Sunday for me to believe this win. Because the Pacers weren't even there. The Pacers were not there today. That's all I can attribute, because I can't bring myself to say, oh, the Heat stomped them today. No, I'm not gonna say that, because either the Heat put it together, they put it together in a game that the Pacers played horribly. And the Pacers played horribly, and scored 111 points. Like, if we had an off night, if, like, Bam had an off night, or here, we'd have lost this game. On a night where the Pacers played like crap. That's what I'm talking about. Empty wins, man, and that's where I'm just like, no, you know what? I need to see them beat the Pacers again on Sunday, and I need to see them beat their asses like they did today. And then I'll be like, okay, maybe we take a step forward. But that Pistons loss really, really put a dent in us, because that we should be on a 3-game winning streak right now. We should be back to 500 now. We should be more than 500. We should be like really one of the best teams in the league. We should be a legit number 3 team in the league. But we're not. We're a number 3 team in the East. We're behind the freaking Magic and the Knicks. Get out of here, bro. That's crap. I don't know. I need more, man. I need more than this. And that's why it makes it so hard, to come out and do this, and do Cultura and put the energy into it and give a good show and make it entertaining and make it wild, and hopefully you say something cool and whatever, views on TikTok. Like, I want to do this, but it's really difficult for me to do it when the Heat are just obviously bad. Like, and this wasn't this team a couple years ago, man. A couple years ago, this team was obviously good. And it's just like nobody else noticed it, We were just the underdog. We were just the underachiever. We were the team that, we could turn it on. I don't think this team can turn it on. I don't know what this team is right now. And this is the same freaking guys that we've had the last, 5 years. And I don't know what to make of this team. I need to see, a really nice win streak from this team. I need to see them beat consistently really good teams, and we're not going to face anybody that we can really take seriously. I mean, we got to take everybody seriously. The Mavericks, but the Mavericks, I think the Mavericks are doing bad too, aren't they? Mavericks are 5-7. That's a mirror match, dude. They're probably better than us. And and then on the 76ers, I think there's a guy, we see Caleb on the 76ers. I think he's there. But whatever, man. That's what happens when you leave. It's really, you're talking about, we got to beat these next 4 teams, man. We got to beat Pacers. We got to beat the 76ers. We got to beat the Mavericks. We got to beat the Bucks. These are 4 games that we should win. That we should win, man. I don't want to hear, Luka Doncic coming in here. He's like, you know what? I don't want to hear it anymore from that guy, dude. That team is mediocre. It's not a team that I really go into it fearing anymore. The Bucks, I will never fear them. Never. And then, afterwards, who you have? You have the Hornets, the Raptors twice, and then the Celtics on December 2nd. Right before you do a homestand against the Western Conference and Cleveland. I mean, we've got a major fucking test upcoming. Major fucking test. And it would serve us better to just, be rid of ourselves, this small group of teams that we're going to face before that big stretch, before that big test. Because we could beat all these guys, man. We could beat the Mavericks. We could beat the Bucks. We could beat these guys. But right now, it just seems it's going to be like win-loss. And that is just really annoying. It's really annoying. And sorry. That's not what I want. That's not the product that I want. That's not the product that I want to support. That's not the product that I want to care about. I've got things to do. I have so many things to do, bro. I can't be wasting time doing, Cultura. Honestly, because this is for one, maybe 2-3 people that come by this thing. This is who I'm doing it for. And I'm just doing it because, you know what? I did it 4 years in a row. Let's keep it going. So to me, really, as long as I get a few Culturas in during the season, I'm fine. But I don't want that. I want to do Cultura, and I haven't wanted to do it because ever since we realized, oh wow, this is a bad team. This team sucks. And then the win against the Timberwolves was like, well, I wanted to come back and do a Cultura then, but then it was late and something. I was like, all right, I'll do the next, and I never got around to it. And then after the Pistons game, When we were about to win that game, I was like, I can't wait to do Cultura. It's gonna bring, and then they lose, and they lose in the way that they lost. It sucked out all the energy, man. I need to see another win from the Pacers. I need to see a win over the 76ers, over the Mavericks, and the Bucks. If they can win, give me this like 5-game winning streak right here, and we're good. And then I'll be like, I'll give you a little bit of leeway. But I expect to lose against to the 76ers because we're stupid. I don't know what to tell you. This is that's all I got, man, because you can't really make much of this team and say, oh, these guys are good. It's the same thing we've been repeating every season for the 5 years, bro. We don't need that anymore. We need to be surprised. We need to see this team going on winning streaks. We need this team really dominate. And they just don't. And until they do, we're not going to let up. And you can't let up. You can't let up on this team. You can't fall for their bullshit, man. Don't fall for the fucking bullshit. I love Eric Reed and I love these guys, John Crotty, and they're doing a great job. And they know how to make you love this team. And yes, we all love this team. We love it. We support this team to our dying breath. We get it. But just because of that doesn't mean you can't criticize them. It doesn't mean you can't hold them accountable. Doesn't mean you can't put their feet to the fire. We have to do that to this team, or else we just like, you know what? Everyone's okay with them losing. And we know you end up, next thing you know, you're the Jets. Do you want to become the fucking Jets of the NBA? No. Then hold this fucking team to a higher standard. Hold this team accountable. Tell us, he Pacers, oh, you won by 124. Who cares a fuck? You should have beat the Pacers by 150. Should have beat them by 150 this game. Once again, Duncan Robinson, you coming at me with like, you know, we're bullshit 6 points, whatever the hell you had? No. Duncan Robinson needs to average 18 points a game. If he doesn't average that, he's gone, bro. Get rid of his ass. Get rid of his ass. You can find somebody else out there that's better, that will average what he's averaging right now. He's not good. Okay, he is not fucking good. If he comes out there and just scores fucking 3 points a game and then he's a decoy the whole fucking time, fuck that, man. Stop it with that shit. It's ridiculous at this point. Butler, you want to fucking pay out? You really want to pay out? Well, get the fucking back on the court, bro. Don't just conveniently be like, oh, well, yeah, I hurt myself. I need 3 weeks off. Get the fuck out of here, man. Right now you're not getting paid, bro, because every year we got to deal with some fucking injury shit. And there's no point in paying a guy a long-term fucking contract who every year misses literally the first 3 months of the season. Get out of here. Don't need that shit. I'd rather take his money and give it to Bam. I'd rather take his money and give it to Hero. I'd rather take his money and give it to Jaquez. Okay, because right now Jaquez has your money. Jovic has your money. These guys are the team I want. I want to build a team around where? I want to build a team around these guys. I don't care about Butler right now. I know Butler's good. I know he's good. Well, then show me. Show me you're good. Show me you practiced some shit in the offseason. Show me you were doing something. He came in and he had the spin move that he brought in now, and he was hitting it, and that's it. Never seen Butler again. Some even question his very existence. You can't put Butler in the same room as any of the top 10 fucking players in the NBA. No. You can name 10 players better than Butler. I know you can. I don't want to. I want to put Butler in the top 3, top 5. But get the fuck out of here, bro. Bam is top 5. Bam is one of the top players in the league. Hero is one of the top players. Hero's definitely in the top 10, top 15. He's definitely more above them. Butler doesn't give you shit, man. Butler maybe gives you a 20-point game. Then he gives you a consistent, 3 points a game. 6 points. 8 points. I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't back him until I start seeing him dominate again. And he's got to dominate, bro. He's got to go out there. He takes shots, man, and he's not making shots. He's not making that 3 anymore. He hasn't come out and he hasn't dominated. He doesn't look like a dominating guy anymore. He just looks like a guy that's just like, eh. He looks like Dion Waiters, man. The end of Dion Waiters' career, just apathetic. I'm tired of this. This is boring. I don't got time for that, man. Prove me wrong, bro. Because I really love Butler. I like his attitude. He's perfect for Miami, man. But he's only perfect for Miami if he's playing like a top 3 player in the league. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here, bro. Don't got time for this shit, man. There's too many good players out there. There's other people that we can find that we can probably put into the system, and they'll complement Hero and Bam better. Because in the end, when it's Butler out there, it's Butler and nobody else. You know, Butler isn't a threat from the 3. Butler's just got the turnaround jumper and done around in the mid shot, and then he just gets fouls. But then what happens when he's not getting fouls, man? He's useless to us. When Butler's going in there and he's not getting called fouls, and it feels like they're not calling any fouls as much as they've used to. I could be wrong, but that's how Butler wins games. Is he gets fouls and he goes to the foul line, and he's just not. And when he does go to the foul line, he's missing freaking foul shots. Bro, what do you want me to do, man? I can only cheer so much for you, bro. I can only do so much. It's you got to prove it to us. You know, I'm giving you as much space as you need to be like, okay, well, it's the start of the season. This is us just getting warmed up. This is us just, kind of getting in the flow of things. Bro, and next thing you know, it's going to be Thanksgiving, and the next thing you know is going to be Christmas and New Year's. And you're still going to be with this, like, we're getting in the flow shit? Nah, bro. Not this time around. Not this time around. We'll be back here. Because the Heat game will be after the Jet game on Sunday. Then they moved the Jet game to 1 o'clock, thank God, and didn't fucking punish everybody with an 8 o'clock. Another 8 o'clock stupid Jet game. So we'll be here. And we'll be here to see, what happens with the Pacers. Because, they got to win. They got to win that game, and it's not because, we need to win and our record. No, I need to see them be consistent in some kind of way. If you're not going to be, like, beating the good teams, at least beat the middle-of-the-road teams handily, I don't know. We should be winning these games, and that's just what's just frustrating. It's so frustrating, and I don't want to attribute it to, like, it's the NBA, and everybody's good. No. It's obvious that, bro, we've got Bam, we've got Hero, we've got guys. Our team defends. We've got shooters on this team. This team should be a much better team. Like, Bam should be dominating. You dominate the Pacers, bro. You better dominate the 76ers, and you better dominate the Bucks, because they're both the same. We play good enough defense to beat the Maverick. I mean, and then we have all these home games coming up. My God, and then, like, we're not good at home. I don't know what it is at home, dude. I don't know why we suck at home, but we suck at home. So until that changes, I mean, why should I sit and be like, oh yes, we gotta win against the Pacers? I'm not like that anymore, man. I watch too many sports and too many different sports to have to do that for every sport. Oh, well, appreciate this one win that you had against this shitty ass team. Like, I got to do that with the Jets. I got to do that with the Heat. I got to do that, Well, I don't have to do that with the Panthers, because the Panthers are kicking everyone's ass now. Thank God for them. I have to do that with, like, the Marlins or something like that. Like, you just got to do that with sports all around, man. And it's like, that sucks, dude. I don't want to do that anymore. I want this team to come out and we should have a team that dominates in the league. I'm not impressed by anybody. I'm not. This is not a league where it's like, wow, there's like the only real gap there is the Cleveland Celtics gap, and I don't understand how we have fallen off on that. How did we allow ourselves to fall off on that? We should not ever have fallen off. We should have always still been in the mix with that. And it's like, we discovered this thing that, we could turn it on at the end of the season and just get to the fucking end. And ever since then, man, we just don't care anymore. And it's like, you can't do that, bro, because these games that we lose now ultimately do affect us at the end. Every year that we've missed the fucking playoffs and had to do this stupid fucking playout game, the play-in game, it's like one game. It's like, if we would have beat Orlando at the beginning of the season, and we would have won against the stupid Pistons in the beginning, we would have, that's that kind of shit. So that's why it's like, no, get the hell out of here with that, bro. You gotta bring it this year, and they're not doing it right now. And I'm like, I'm just trying to be real with myself and not allow myself to be like, oh yeah, this team's great, they're gonna change it. No, 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 I'm not delusional, bro. I don't want to be fucking delusional with these motherfuckers. No, no, they are what they are. What their record is. They're not really a championship team right now, which is insane because they have a championship team. They have a team that can go to the finals. They have a good enough team. But they're just not playing like that right now. They're just not. And to me, and that's the coach. That's Spo. Spo's just been off, man. Spo's been, I don't know, man. And I don't know if it's just that he's just repeating the same bullshit. You know, when you hear the same shit for 6 fucking years, it probably gets, you know, it's like, don't fucking talk to me with the same bullshit Spo that you gave us last year. Like, you know, I know what we're fucking doing, and I don't want that to be the case, man. You want these guys to still look at Spo like they respect him, man. But when he pulls shit like that, he did in fucking Detroit, like, fuck that. They're gonna lose. I don't care what fucking Tyler Hero says, bro, in an interview. He has got to pull some fucking magic, bro. Spo's got to do some shit to give our confidence back in him, dude. He does, man. Because it's not just the fucking timeout shit. It's everything, bro. It's the lineup. It's fucking sticking with fucking Robinson. It's like sticking with Rozier. It's like, brothers. There's plenty to point out, man. There's plenty. So we'll be back here Sunday. After the Patriot games to either cry or cry again and cry some more. I just want this team to wake up because I feel like, it's right. You see it. It's right there. It's like we should not be like where we're at right now. And it's the same shit. That's the same shit we keep saying every year. And then at that point, it's like, okay, well, stop saying that shit because you're just gonna, torture yourself thinking it's gonna be different. I don't know. I don't see this team making a move or anything like that. I see this team saying what I'm saying is that they look at them and they're like, we have enough we can make it. We can have enough on this team. It's just guys got to come through. But when guys don't come through, I mean, isn't that not having enough? You know what I mean? I don't know. Don't freak out. Just freak out.